Hey Gremlins, it's Evermay. So, guess what? Today we took property. What that means is my alliance now owns a village. Guess what? The village used to belong to a really high, powerful Russian alliance. So, we may have just pissed them off, but they've already been pissed off and have been in state war, I guess you could call it, since yesterday. So, yeah, we may have done that, but you know what? We learned in the last state that you take what you can take and don't wait for handouts. And although it was a semi risky move, I think it was the right move for the alliance. One, we wanted property. We had property in the old state. We wanted property in this state. We were told no because we weren't in the top 10. But yeah, we decided to take it. We'll see. The bubble comes down, and let's see, I have a timer set for me to be on a little before the bubble comes down. So 2 hours, 53 minutes, and 44 seconds until my alarm goes off to go back in and see who all is going to try to take it from us when the bubble comes down. Because I anticipate two different alliances possibly going for it. So I'm anticipating it. I'm not going to be shocked if it happens, but whatever. But that's not why I came on here. I came on here to talk about people because I have the best group of people ever in the entire world working with me in this alliance. They are supportive, they are I can't even say the word, where they communicate really well. I my brain is not going to function to say that word. So, anyhow, um yeah, so we were talking and I got to really know a couple of them really well today. And can I just tell you, I have fallen in love with my alliance more so than I already was. Because I already loved my alliance. Otherwise, I wouldn't have agreed to become R5 for my R5's vacation. And so it just made me realize that although all this shit is happening with the state and all the wars and all the battles and all the fucking mess that's going on because people are pig-headed and stupid. Um yeah, I have the best people around me right now. The alliance is growing. We have organized very well. We have opened communications between levels a little better than they were before. Yeah, it is great. It is one of those you play because of the people, you play because you enjoy the social time, the communications, the chats, the whatever you want to call them. It keeps things fun and keeps things lighthearted, especially right now when the state is in a state of war. And it makes the game worth it again, which is the best thing ever because when it's constant battle, constant war, constant friction, it is a pain in the fucking ass and it drains you. Like, literally, I got off the game last night after the whole drama happened in state yesterday, and I felt like I ran a marathon. And all I did was sit on my couch and watch state chat while talking to my number two. And her and I were both like, "Are you seeing this shit? Can you see what they're saying?" And it was all over some stupid maneuver and people saying that people were doing things when they weren't doing anything. They just want an excuse for their behavior because that's the type of mentality they have. They'd rather make an excuse than take responsibility. And that's the whole problem in the state is taking responsibility. They change the rules to make their errors be acceptable and that somebody else's is a problem. And if you know who I'm talking about, then welcome to Gremlins Broadcasting. My name is Everme, and I am glad you're here to visit. I hope you stay, because boy, do I bitch about the game, and you may feel completely at home here listening to it. But yeah, I just fell in love with the people, and it made today so much better than yesterday. Not because there's less drama, because there's still drama. Not as in your face, because it's not in state chat as much today as it was yesterday. But oh my gosh, it is such a different feeling. Like, I really was thinking when my R5 came back, it was time for me to have my time away from the game, because it has just been completely insane, and I really don't know how he has managed to deal with this for as long as he has dealt with this, and he deserves an award. Like, we need to come up with an R5 award to give him symbolically, but still give it to him. But yeah, it was such a good relief to just be there. And like, I went into the raid. We have what's called Reservoir Raid, where we go against an assigned alliance from a different state, and we battle them for water points, basically. And for the last umpteenth weeks, we have been put against people who are way stronger than us. And so it's always been a firefight. But it's good therapy to have a firefight, because you get permission to destroy somebody's settlement without penalty. And from somebody like me, who is a diplomat, who is the R5, we try to be a little gentler when it comes to, we try to negotiate first. We try to figure that stuff out first. See the big picture, see the whole diagram before we make a decision. And so it just is one of those things where I completely lost my train of thought now. I had it and it went out the window. Fuck. I hate when shit like this happens. And I was making a good point too. Damn it. And I don't feel like listening back to see what I said. Oh well, on to another topic, I guess. But yeah, so sorry, that was me accidentally hitting the microphone. That little tap you heard. Yeah, it was one of those things where, oh, we're talking about the raid, duh. And so the raid, I wanted personally a firefight, because I needed to set things on fire. I wanted bonfires and, use up all my healing speed ups because I have destroyed so many people and they've attacked me, and it's the only time I really enjoy going to battle. Other than that, I'd rather talk it out and try to figure it out before we get into a war, hence why I am a natural diplomat. And so I've been putting that towards R5, just because for me to be a diplomat is natural. It's not a position. It's just who I am at my core. So yeah, I wanted to have a firefight, and instead we were matched with people who were more on our speed, maybe a little less. They didn't have the numbers we had, and we didn't really have that many people to begin with. But we tried a new tactic, which really worked out really well. Whether it will work when there is a more even matched or a higher ranked alliance is yet to be seen, but I feel encouraged, which is a big thing. But I really wanted a firefight, and instead we just sat there and watched everything happen, and everyone else did the fighting and battles and jumping, and nobody wanted anything that I had my men in, which was kind of disappointing. I kind of was hoping somebody would come and try to take it, but never happened. Oh well, I will have my firefight another time, and I may get it later tonight when somebody tries to take over the village, even though you shouldn't attack people's settlements during that kind of war. Um, these people don't play by the same rules and, how do I put this, politeness as other people. They just completely go for the destruction of things. And so, yeah, it's one of those types of deals where we may or may not have a firefight tonight. And if we don't, great. If we do, not so great, but we'll handle it because that's what we do. But yeah, and I had another alliance reach out and we had a nice talk today. And so, if you're listening, hi, welcome. I'm glad you came. If you're not, well, then I just said hi, welcome to a bunch of air. Oh well. Anyway, so yeah, I made that decision and we are waiting now to see what happens in 2 hours and 43 minutes. So, yeah, it was a day, but it was a fun day. I'm glad that we were on together. I'm glad we got to talk. I'm glad I got to know the people in my alliance and the people who my alliance has deals with better. I'm getting to know them better, and that is good for us as an alliance and as the old state. I really, really wish the state would come together and as one and take out the top 3 alliances that have been causing problems from the other side. And it just isn't going to happen. I think there's too many other playing parts that I'm not aware of because I am not in the top 10. So we don't get the little quips and going back and forth and, people reaching out. So, yeah. And our governor this week has yet to say anything of any help to try to squash anything, which I'm not surprised because she is from that side. So, yeah, the game has disappointing parts right now, but I got a little bit of a window of hope today that, this game is still worth it. There are people here who are just like me, who want to have fun, who want to grow, and who want to expand our alliance and support it. And that feels good to have other people who want the same thing as me and the original R5. And I say original when he really isn't. He's like the 3rd or 4th R5, which would make me the 5th R5, 4th or 5th R5. But yeah, I can't wait for him to come back and for me to take the diplomat spot again and let him be the R5. I think he's going to be really surprised with all the changes that have happened. He knows about them because he's still coming to the game to do his daily stuff, but he isn't making the decisions. He's supporting whatever decisions we make because he knows we're working together as a team. And we are. We have people who are making decisions because that is what their position has given them. With this quote unquote, what I'm calling, because somebody else called it, a chore chart. And whoever you are, you know who you are, who suggested it. I love that term, so I call it the chore chart. But they're in charge of their chores, and they can make the decisions for their chores. They don't need to get